right, we'll go ahead and start. And so we're thinking about the change of season coming. We got what, 2 days, 1 day till the official, because today's the 20th, right?
1st or 22nd.
So we got 1 or 2 days before fall.
Yeah.
So almost no more summer, and we're about to head into our fall season. So noticing those pressure changes in your joints, noticing how your back feels, noticing how your knees feel. And we'll give some space and kindness to that this morning. With that in mind, you're already seated. I shall join you. You have your bricks and blocks to the front. Get the bolster, and you're going to have a seat on it. So if you're at home and you don't have a bolster, you're welcome to use a pillow, either from your bed or a pillow from your couch. Now, slide your booty down till your cheeks hit the ground. This way. There you go. It's going to be all new, so you don't know, so you don't know. Grab your bricks.
Just draw me a picture.
Grab your bricks. Let your knees drop. Now, if they don't want them drop fully, put the bricks to the side. You might not need a lot of support, but even if you don't need any, it's kind of nice just to have it anyway. Sometimes in life, even when you don't need the support, it's nice to know it's there, right? So sit tall, think about what that means in your head, in your heart. What does that mean to your body? What does that mean to your spirit? To be supported. Sitting strong into your hips, letting the body soften where it is. And yet, you are still lifting through the spine and the top of the head. The shoulders are dropping, but the heart is lifting. So we still have a high intention, a high lift, but we're soft as we lift. We're not rigid. We're not stiff. We're opening up that flow of breath. We're opening up the flow of blood through our body, the flow of lymph fluids. Our goal being to detoxify, re-energize, and refresh a bit. So let's keep it simple. From where you are, hands to the knees. Lift your head as high as you can take it. Look up toward the sky. Then dive forward. Pull yourself using your biceps, pulling yourself down a bit. And then just kind of fall forward. Now, slide your elbows down and figure out, do they need to stay on your legs or can you get them to the floor? Ah, beautiful. We got good flexibility in the room this morning. So if you guys can get down as well, get down. If not, be where you need to be. So if you need to stay high, stay high. Another thing with the bricks, you can always bring one out front if your head's not quite touching the ground, but you're getting close. From here, look up, lengthen, reach out, go a little bit further, and then walk back. All right, so just take time with that. How'd that feel? What's going on in your back? Now, switch your feet. And this is where we figure out, oh, that side doesn't sit as nicely as this one, or that feels just weird, man. So if it's great, great. If not, break it. Settle down into that, letting the knees drop even further, thinking about the inner thigh and the groin opening a bit, softening through the pelvis, opening through the lower belly. So think about this area, belly button and below. Notice how when you breathe into your sides and your back as well. You're not just breathing into your chest, you're breathing deep down into your belly and your back. Think about that air nourishing you. Take a moment, bringing the hands to the heart. All right, lift the head up a bit. Extend some gratitude. Nothing is perfect in this world. Nothing is perfect in our lives. But something's good. Something's right. Extend gratitude for that. breaths. Inhale big. Let it out big. One more. Hands to knees, lift the heart. Looking up, extend out. So you might have that prop in front of you, you might not. So I've moved mine, I'm gonna move it back. See what you need. Do you need something in front of you? Will it help you get a little lower? Will it help you to have somewhere to rest without straining? Some of you are gonna be able to get down to your hands, do it. But don't feel like you're pressing. Now, if you feel any pressure in the back of your head or in your neck, lift up just a little bit. Take that pressure out. Realize you don't have to go as far down as you can, as much as releasing where your body will. So it's a relaxing into this. Now let's lift up. Look forward. Extend those hands again. And then walk it back. All right. Get the bricks out to the side somewhere that you'll be able to catch them if you need them. We're going to take a moment with this bolster and slide it out, and then bring it out in front of you. You're going to place it behind your knees. Okay, so we're going to walk the hips out a little bit, and we're going to sit nice and tall. Open the knees a bit, open the feet to about hip distance, and sit nice and tall. Looking up, lifting the heart, we're going to twist now. We're going to take the left arm down along the left leg. We're going to take the right arm straight behind us. We're going to bring it back in. Woo, roll that out through your ribs, roll that out through your sides. Good. Take the right hand down along the leg, take the left hand back, bring it out. Don't let that knee push out. I did it. So I'm going to push my knee back into my hand. Don't let it roll out. Come back into the middle. Now lift up. Feel love. That's it. Just over those legs for a moment. If you can, bring the hands together wherever they fall. Just kind of look at that for a moment. Lift your chest up. Slide the hands back and then lift all the way up. Bring the hands back and around. Put your fingertips down. You're going to rest back into that and just lift your heart up. Wiggle through your shoulders a little bit. Now let go. Let your back drop down a little bit and then roll up. Now from here, take a moment and bring this bolster out from behind your knees, and now we'll have no props. So it'll just be us doing the work. If you need the prop for knee, if it helps to have it under your cushion or your tush, go for it. Give yourself a little cushion if you need. All right, so we're here, nice and tall again. This time you're going to take your left hand to the outside of the right leg and your right hand back behind you and then down. You're going to lift up through your chest and look further over your shoulder. But don't overarch, don't round, and don't cock your head. Make sure you're staying level. You're looking about horizon, not looking up or down. You're just easy twisting. Coming back to the center. All right, just take a moment. Same thing. Going across, hand around. Lifting of the chest. Looking over of the shoulder. You got it. Don't round, don't overarch, just be. And back to center. Now without that bolster there, we're going to lift up and do that extension. Feeling the full length of the back of our legs. Pull your toes back towards your body and see if you can reach for your toes. If you can touch them, awesome. Lift your chest up though. Feel the difference in that stretch? More intense than just rounding forward to get to it, right? So we're putting the stretch in the leg and in the hip and in the low back instead of arching and ducking down to get there. Because I can get real far if I do this, but I'm shrugging, I'm decreasing space instead of increasing space. So get that head up. I think of a drawing compass. I don't know why I think of that very sharp, angular, you know, point goes here, you spin the pencil around it. So just whatever visual gets you there. Get that chest up. And now down. Round back. Roll the hands back. Get them to the ground. Fingertips down but pointing toward you. You got it. Chest up nice and tall. Legs out extended. Same as we did with the bolster under the knees, but now we're going to lift the hip. That's it. Just hold and lift. And down. All right, now from here, crisscross your legs, roll on over, get a pad if you need for your knees. All right, so I love it. Everybody takes a moment, readjusts. So a great pad to have if you need one, and especially at home, is one of those foam bath mats. That's the word. All right, so if you need it, get it, and then we're going to get into all fours. So all right, here we are. Toes are flat. Back is as straight as we can make it. We're not arching, we're not rounding. We're trying to find that place where we pull our tummy in just a little bit, and it supports our back. Now open your knees up. Squeeze your cheeks if you need to, and then let it go. Soften here. Now look over to your right. Bring your right hip forward. Pull it up towards you. Go to the center. Look over to the other side. Going left. Pull the left hip towards you. Feel the arc in your side. Looking straight ahead now. So straight ahead of you is always going to be, where's your heart shining? My heart's shining toward my mat. So my focal point's going to be the front end of my mat. Every so often, if you need to, look forward, but try not to let this be your extension in your neck. All right, so here we go. Neutral, looking down. We're going to put our right foot back and press that heel back toward the wall. Level your hip out. Don't let it lift. So you'll see some people do it kind of like this, but we want to make sure those toes are pointing straight down toward the floor in the back, and then you're pushing back through that heel. All right, let's switch legs. We're just getting a feel for the legs first. Left back, pushing into the heel, not cocking the hip up, keeping it level, staying balanced. Feel your weight in that left arm really strong. And we got it. Awesome. Let's switch. Right leg up. Press back into it, left arm out. Feel the balance across the middle. Now don't clench your glutes so hard that you can't move a little bit if you need to. Remember, our balance comes from our core, so sometimes you need to wiggle through it. Looking at your focal point. 3, 2, and down. Woo! Left leg back. Press through. So don't leave it jammed up in the hip. Really push that leg back away from you as far as you can, keeping the hip level. Right arm out. And here we go. We're holding. We're not clenching. We're breathing. We're staying level. Good. Focus. And then let it go. Widen your knees here. Bring your toes together. Push your booty back. So wide knees, toes together, flatten them out. Flatten your toes. There you go. And then slide down. So this is a pose of surrender. This is a pose of gratitude. It can be a pose of worship for some. So remembering that, this is a pose of prayer in many cases. Letting your head hit the floor, being humble, being present. Letting all the excess worries and thoughts tumble out the top of your head. Just surrendering to the moment. Now let's shift back up into all four. Bring those hands in, bring those knees in. I think we've got the basics ready, and we're going to get it going now. So we are going to do that tricky cat again. Right leg back, left arm out. But this time we're going to add what's called the tricky cat's crunch. You're going to, and then, that's it. Exhale, crunch. And then, pull it in. Elbow your knee if you can. Good. 5, a minute, take the left leg back. Balance. Bring your right arm out. And it's just about maintaining the balance and control. Keep that focal point. Crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Last one. Crunch it. Extend it. Let it go. Widen, toes together, drop. Surrender. Now getting prepared, we're going to do a bit of an inversion now. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure my shirt's tucked in and ready. If your shirt has a tendency to flip over your head, go ahead and get a little tuck to get yourself so you'll be able to see and breathe. You're going to shift up onto your forearms. You're going to keep those forearms nice and open and the hands flat. You're going to walk the knees in. You're going to turn the toes under and you're going to lift the head. Push into your forearms, push back through your heels, lift up through your tailbone. Push down through those heels. I know they're not going to touch the ground, but they might. Now when you're ready to come out, lift your head, look at your hands, drop to your knee again. Shift to your hands. And now let's go up full down dog. So, easy. Shifting into it, you're in an inverted V shape. You want your hands down and wide, your toes down and spread out. Go up onto the balls of your feet and then slowly press those heels back. Now, as always, walk your dog if you'd like. Bend one knee, feel that heel really press back on the other. Shift. Other knee bends. Opposite calf stretch. So just take that through a couple of walks. Not a fast walk. This is a slow walking your dog. Now sink those heels. Lift that tailbone. Drop those ribs. Look at your hands. Shift over and drop to your knee. One more time, child's pose. Wiggle, put your belly and chest right between those legs. Drop down into it. Let your head fall. No tension, no stress. Now, we're going to take it nice and easy. We're going to shift up to all four. We're going to turn our toes under and push ourselves back onto the ball of our foot. There we go. We're going to stay low and get our little froggy. Widen your knees out if you'd like. It helps with balance and it helps the feet. Spread those toes out. So get nice and open. And just balancing for a minute, seeing how that feels. Go back on your feet a little bit, almost dropping the heels. Go up. Go even more up onto the ball. Push back and down. You got it. Awesome. Sink those heels if you can. Hands are going to hit the floor, your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Hands are going to find something to ground. So wherever they need to be, I love it. Now looking forward, extend through the back, extend through the legs, exhale, bend, soften everything we got. Inhale, looking forward. Extend a little bit. Again, release. And one more. And release. From here, hands to knees, walk it up halfway, wiggle out your back. Push one knee forward and the other one back a little bit, but you're not locking. You're just shifting straight to bench, straight to bench, straight to bench. Let the weight shift a little bit. Let your butt push back. You're going to feel it lengthening through. But what you don't want to do is just swing your hips side to side. You want to make sure that it's a forward and a back movement that's allowing a slide through your low back. You'll feel those hips shifting around your sacrum. All right, so we've got it ready. Let's look forward, reverse dive. Hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Be reflective for a moment. Think about what we've done thus far. Notice your balance. Spread your toes out. Grip the floor with your feet. Be grounded. Soften your glutes. Lift your front thigh, lift your kneecaps. Breathe. Shoulders down, chest up. When you're ready, lift up. Arms up, lift your eyes, lift, and let it all go. All right, check your spacing. If you will, one of y'all slide slightly forward about she's gonna do it, so there she goes. Make sure Sharon knows what to do. All right. Because while we want to be near our neighbors, we don't want to smack our neighbors as we go with the next. Come to the front end of your mat and find that. All right. So, oh, and take a minute, flip your mat over. Those grippers, if on the top, will help you. So if you flip it over, those little things will help you with some of the balance and the knee padding and stuff. Okay. Sorry, a little housekeeping as we go. All right, so here we are to the front end of our mat. We each find our ground. We're all at different spaces in the room. We are all at different places in our life. Honor it. You are not where you were yesterday. And you are not where you're going to be tomorrow. You're going to change yet again. You're going to learn something today that's going to carry forward into tomorrow. Lift that high. Let those tailbones drop. Feel that shift in your pelvis. Lifting of the thigh, lifting of the belly, lifting of the heart, dropping of the tailbone, not tucking under, but just letting go. Not holding tight to the past. Not holding tight to what's behind you. Literally or figuratively. Big mountain we are. And here we go up. Exhale, dive, nice and easy. We're going to step back right. We're going to go for what's called a high lunge. Stepping in, heel does not hit the ground. You're going to lift straight up. Exhale, easy down. You're going to go to the top of a push-up. It's called a plank. You're going to go to your knees. You can do a plank if you want to, just don't go to belly. All right? So from here, we're going to modify as we come down slow. Go to either knee or hover without touching. There you go. Pull those elbows by your ribs. That's it. Now shift forward, drop your chest, and then lift. Ooh, big move. Good. Let those toes flatten out for a breath. Go into down dog. You turn, you lift the leg first, hanging up dog, and then shift to down dog. Breathe. Look at your right foot. Look at your right hand. Think about, I'm going to get that foot where that hand is. It might need help, so if I need to, I'm going to grab it. Otherwise, stepping up, forward, put the hand, there you go, put it right where it was and help it up there. From here, high lunge, we're already in it. Ha. Reverse. Step. Up. Hands to heart. And let it go. All right, for me, we're going to do that again. That's a faster flow for what I usually do. So we are speeding up a little bit as we change our seasons. So we're just going to kind of let go of the summer as we welcome in our fall. So let's go again. Inhale up. Different season, different sun. So we salute it. Hands down, fingertips down, lengthen through your back. If you need hands to either shins, bricks, you can use your knees too. So here's an option. You can put your right hand on your knee, left hand on the floor, step back left, high lunge. Same as we did on the other side. Heel does not touch down and we go straight up. Beautiful. Find it right in the middle. Lengthen, extend even deeper. Exhale down. Plank. Hold plank. 4, 3. Push back through your heels, pull up through your belly. Now, nice and easy, we're gonna hold chaturanga. Again, elbows by your side. Bring it in, hold it. Awesome, Sharon, you got it too. 1, shift. Up dog extension, turn toes, dangle, and then lift. Step in. So we're stepping into our down dog. That's a nice tight stance. We're open, but we're not wider than hip, we're not wider than shoulder. We're expanding into the space we have, but not taking up more than we need. But utilizing our space well. All those muscles are engaged, all those joints are extending and lifting. Awesome. Looking, left hand, left foot. How are we going to get it there? Step it up and use it. I like to grab the leg and pull it sometimes. That's what it needs sometimes. Come on up. All the way. Down and step up. Reverse. And release. All right. Take a minute. Put your yoga clothes back in place because they don't stay. All right. Hey, hips feeling good? Are we opening up a little bit? So far hanging all right? All right, so I always want to check in. Everything looks good to me. You guys are moving very well today. So let's use that. Now, we're going to try a rollover. Now this is fun. Miss Sharon's probably, and Sheila's probably the only two that know this one. But we're going to play with it. So the first thing we're going to do is get down to where we're going to end at. So we're going to step back with our right. We're going to drop down. We're going to get down to our side. All right. So let's see. Let me go same direction as you guys. This will make it a whole lot easier. Thank you for asking that, Miss Sheila. So let's start right here. You got your right hand down. You're down on your right hip. You're going to step back with your feet. And here we go. We're going to lift our hips up. All right. So you're on one arm. You're lifting of the hips. And you're throwing that arm up. Now we're going to rotate to the center, pivot on that right foot, and then lift, and you're in your down dog. All right, so let's drop to the knee. So I'll talk you through this, and I'll go through a couple different sides of it. I want you guys to find what works for you. Tuck in if you need. So let's walk through that one. Let's do it again. Turn the toes under, we'll lift up. We started at the back end, now we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to lift our left leg. You're going to bend your left knee and take your left heel toward your right hip. Left heel toward right hip. There you go. Feel that extension and rotation. Now pivot on your right foot as you bend that knee and spin around. Go around the other way. There you go. Drop those feet, lift those hips. Get up on that arm. 4, 3, 2, rotate back. Woo! All right, so here's what I'm going to show you, Danny. We're going to try that again. Right hand and right foot never move. They pivot, but that right hand never comes off the ground. And then you turn left, back over, and then down. All right. So now let's come to the other side. We'll practice the ending first like we did on the other side. We'll put our left hand down. We're down on our hips and knees. Come on down to me this here, Miss Sharon. We're on the side. When we pivot back, we take our right and left. We go up and hold, extending, Now, left foot pivots, left hand stays. Left hand does not move. Pivot over your left foot and turn over. Turn over. That's it. Now, right leg lifts. Bend the right knee. Put the right foot toward the left hip. Feel that open in your hip. Now rotate over. Pivot on the left, drop the right foot, lift the right hand. That's it. Get everything out of your way. And pivot back. Don't expect things to move for you. You gotta move them. There you go. Such is life. Drop it down. Reset. All right, everybody, getting it? We're gonna do it one more time. I'm going to go opposite but same as you guys. I'll be calling the side that you're gonna be going to. I'm gonna be using my opposite side, but you're still gonna be using the same. Everything feeling good? All right, let's do it. We're here. We're shoulders down and back. Heat increased? Yeah, feel hotter and got some warmth going for sure? All right, I love these. All right, so our turnovers. Again, we're just working on extending. This time we're gonna break it down and we're gonna hold each position a little bit longer as we break through it, all right? So we're gonna turn toes under, we're going up. So, life's got you down a little bit. You're in your down dog, you're trying to break through it, you're lifting, but sometimes things feel kind of heavy, so we have to kick up with that left leg, kick up toward the sky, kind of break through our shell. Kick that leg around, break through your shell. Now bring that heel down towards your hip. So you're bringing the left heel towards your right hip and you're pushing that left knee up and you're rotating to look under your left armpit. You feel the stretch through your side. You feel that you can shift, you can change. You're gonna pivot on your right foot, drop that left, and bring that left hand up to the sky. You're in your wild child if you can. Tip that arm back. Woo! 4, 3, 2. Pivot over. Back to your down dog. You're back in your shell for a minute. We're back where we start. Sometimes we repeat things. Sometimes we let bad habits pull us back in. So we gotta break through our shell. We kick it upright. We kick through that shell, kick through, breaking out. Bring the heel toward the opposite hip. Rotating to spin. Pivot, turn, lift and extend that arm if you can. Feel it. 4, 3, 2, come back. Drop to your knees. Surrender. Find some gratitude. Bring your hands together at the nape of your neck. You're going to bring your elbows to a bend and hands are going to press behind the head. Soften. Notice the breath is hot. You're in a confined space, but you can breathe through it. So while you're in this pose, I'm going to tell you a little thing to think about. Let your hands drop to your back. Listen. There you go. Let that soften. There you go. Bring your hands like a prayer at the back of your head. That's it. Feel that difference? Surrender. So from the outside, when a seed is about to germinate, from the outside it looks just fine and dandy until it absolutely destroys its shell in order to break free. So sometimes change can look like chaos. It can feel like destruction. But in order to break through, we must break free of our old patterns and our old habits. Let those go. Drop them to the floor with your hands. Shift forward. Breaking through, lifting, walking back. Bring the knees in. And now let's step forward. Hands up to hips and step forward with your right. Step into that, reaching up. Letting go. Pulling up. Again. And up. And this will be our last one here. And up. And let that go. You're going to twist through. Now drop your hand. You're going to turn your back leg under and extend. Looking to the side. Reach up with your right. Keep the knee in. Good. Don't let it splay out. Coming back to center. Drop. Step. Sit back again. Lifting up. Hands to the hips. Stepping. Lifting. Dropping. Lifting. Think about how a plant lifts to the sun and then it drops its seeds. Planning for the next generation or for your next day. Lift. And just be letting it go. Grounding. Turning your back toe under. Lengthen, turn, twist, look up, extend, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down. Shifting back. And settling down. All right, so we're just going to be here for a moment. Now we're going to go through some stages of a warrior thigh stretch. Now this is going to be big for a couple of you. I know, especially for guys, you just don't stretch back this way often. So this is going to be a challenge, but you're going to work with it. You got bricks and blocks. Everybody got them? And this is where we'll begin. So you're going to take this back to where you could sit on it. And if that's not enough, then take this like this and bring one of these back. But find the way that you can sit back on it, that it allows you some ground. All right, everybody finding theirs? All right, so if you've got it this way, slide it all the way back to where you got a tail. It's under your booty, but you got a tail. Your heels are beside you, not under you. All right? So I'm moving everything so I got room. Nothing's going to hinder my movements forward or back. And then I'm going to walk it back. One hand and then the other. Now if you're here, begin to lift your heart and look up. Don't look all the way back because that makes you put your head on your shoulders. We want to keep the head long, the chest lifted. So you're just going to go back a little bit. I'm going to go to the side just for a side view of this one. I don't think I've got the side view on the videos yet, so we'll come out. All right, so you guys are awesome. You're still stretching. You're holding and maintaining. Next position is to start taking it down a little bit further. You're going to go down to one elbow if you can, and then the other. And breathe, buddy, breathe. There you go. Keep those knees down if you can. And if you can't keep the knees down, come up. Yep. If the knees start to pop, come right back up. And that's not saying you're not doing it. You are doing the version you need to do today. Everybody's version will look different. Now, if you got those elbows down, and you can, you're going to slide the elbows out and let your back fall onto that bolster. Let your head fall to the floor. Knees are down. Keep them down. If you're able, arms go up one and then the other. Now, stay with me. If you need that bolster, stay with it. If you're not using a bolster or you want to try it without, the bolster can come out. You go back again. It's the same walk down, the same release. So I'm just giving you options. You do what you need to do today. Listen to your body. Be kind. When you're ready to come out, your hands will slide around to your feet. You're going to press one elbow down and lift a little bit, then the other elbow goes down. Use your hands on your feet and then press through your elbows. Lift one up and then the other. That's it. And then one hand and then the other. Whoo! And then you're just going to have to throw yourself out of this. Oh, the knees will be a little sore. Wiggle them in. And then just go side to side. Come to have a seat on your body. On your booty. I can't talk today. Have a seat on your booty. Now, when you find that bottom, your legs are extended again, and I want you to put your hands on your knee. You're going to take your right hand and your left hand, and they're going to go opposite of each other as you're doing this. This is a massage technique I'm teaching you. So this is not even yoga as much as yosage. So you're going to grab each side of your knee. You are grabbing the meat just a little bit. Not so hard that it hurts, but you're adding pressure. And you pull one back, you push one forward. Pull one back, push one forward. You feel that lift and movement around your scapula. Your knuckles are kind of going around with the thumb there. You're just kind of moving. I said scapula and I'm at patella. I don't know any of my stuff today, but I'm here and I'm present, so we're doing it. Move around that patella. Does that feel pretty good? Yeah? Loosen the knee up. Now just shake it. Shake it enough that it makes your foot wiggle. There you go. Now, if your foot won't wiggle, check in. Are you holding your thigh tight? Let your thigh go. And if you're not sure, squeeze it and then release it, and then you'll go, oh, now it wiggles. So, remembering a tense muscle, a tight muscle can't stretch, so we gotta soften a little bit. Hands to the left knee, same thing, just grab, squeeze, move it. So I call this the locomotion. You're doing like a train. Opposite, holding a little bit, squeezing a little bit. Moving the actual muscles around the knee, around the patella. Good. Rub around that patella. Move the kneecap up and down with your thumbs. If you've cracked your patella in half and had it sutured back together like some of our clients in here today, it's an amazing thing just to have a patella, isn't it? Like, wow. All right, so just notice. Now you can feel both of them. Put your thumb at the top of your patella. Don't squeeze down and don't hurt it. You're just putting pressure. You know it's there. Now lift your upper thigh. Flex your upper thigh and make that patella move. You feel it move underneath your thumb? So that's how you can tell you've got healthy patellas and moving, mobile. That will also help break down. Every time mine goes up and down, there's a crackle and a pop underneath there. That means I'm breaking down some of those little pockets of gas. We're breaking down some of the crunchies in the knee, getting rid of some of that extra inflammation. Don't hurt it, be nice. All right, now, bolster if you would like. We're gonna find our position to come down to rest now. So we're gonna take it nice and easy. We're gonna bring ourselves all the way down. We're gonna bend our knees. You can bring your knees together and your feet can go wide. That's a wonderful position. If you can, squeeze your knees together. As you do, you're going to notice you kind of clench through the inner thigh and the groin. That makes your tailbone lift a little bit, but you're not intentionally lifting, but it happens. And then let it go. Soften, let your bottom melt. Oh. Squeeze again, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze the knees together. Think about pushing your knee down towards your feet. Push your knees away. And then let go. Notice the softening in your back. Now when you're ready, you'll walk your feet to center. You'll stretch legs out one at a time. Now I do recommend if you have knee issues to get that bolster and place it behind the knee. This also helps take pressure off of your back. Now, if you don't have a bolster, you can use a rolled up towel, a blanket, or just a simple pillow. Stretch your shoulders out. Bring one arm across your body toward the other side. Feel how that moves the scapula and the shoulder blade out. After you've done that, do the other side. Make sure you're rolling each side out. Your shoulders feel wide, your back feels relaxed. You're not holding any tension in your glutes or your thighs. You You just kind of notice yourself beginning to soften. The eyes are closed. The mouth is soft. You're not tight in your jaw. You're not pressing anywhere with the tongue. So check in with that. Make sure your tongue's just floating loose in your mouth. You're really focusing the breath in and out through the nose. Trying to take each breath a little deeper, opening up those airways a little more. You're just continuing to soften. Trying to be aware of what's going on around you, but not bothered by it. That's the goal of detachment. You're not disassociated from what's going on in the world. You just aren't connecting to it. You're not letting that invade your calm or break your concentration. Everybody's looking beautiful, really just letting go. Arms open to your side like you're a 5-pointed star. Open to knowledge. Open to healing. Open to empathy. Open to grounding and seeking balance. Finding that balance within yourself, within your practice. Just continuing to breathe and be. Noticing the coolness of the air, but not getting too cool too fast. Staying open to the moment, not just now, but throughout your day. You're going to notice different times in the day where you're going to feel rushed, you're going to feel hurried. But I want you to take a breath and just know you're not going to get there any faster. You just have to slow down and it'll all get done. I encourage you to multitask less. Stop doing 3 things at once. Really focus on being present with each activity. Giving it the time that it needs so you may complete that task. Remembering you cannot be everything to everyone, and it is not your job. It's okay to be still. It's encouraged to take your time, find space in your day to meditate. And know that it will still all get done. All right, we're going to break break into our day. Now move those fingers and toes, getting things wiggling around again. Now I want you to bend your knees. You can place your feet on the bolster if that helps. You're going to kind of tuck your pelvis, lift your back, lengthen. And now we're going to do something pretty simple. I'm going to turn to the side. I'm going to turn your same direction. I want you to go ahead and take the bolster out and away from your legs and move it to the side. So now we're on our back. Our knees are bent. I'm going same direction as you now. We're going to lift our hips up. Now don't overthink this, and if you need to see me, watch me first and it'll make sense. You're going to lift your hips and take them to the right and then drop your knees to the left. And then you're going to turn. Then you're going to roll that shoulder back. You're going to roll your right shoulder back and you're going to look to the right side now. Your left hand is just behind your head. It's just touching the nape of the neck. Hips are softening, legs are softening. Just feel that twist. No pressure. We opened up space in the belly. Now, feeling that twist, you're going to roll back to the other side for just a moment. Pick your right leg up. Now you're on your side. You're going to take your right knee and grab it with that right hand and then pull that leg up with the right hand. Roll back and then you're on your back. Okay? Legs go across, lift your left. Legs go across, lift your right. And then you're just on your back again. All right, so now back into the center of our mat. We wiggle. We're going to lift our hips up this time, and we're going to take them to the left this time. So hips up, legs up, roll to the right. So what we're doing is we're easing ourselves over. So I want you guys to notice that. If that's an easy way to help you shift to a side, use that when you're trying to get up in the mornings. Nice and easy. You're going to roll back, head to the ground, looking to the left, going across. What I want you to think about is how can you use some of these movements that we learn in yoga in everyday life. This is meant to be a living, breathing, moving practice. Not just something you do every once in a while, but something that you incorporate into your daily life. Now we'll go back over and across. All right, so we'll grab that left leg and we'll roll it up. So here's another option to help you roll from side to side if you ever need, using them legs. And back to the center. Now what we're going to do is that hip lift, shift, and turn. We're going to do it one more time, and this is the way that you should get yourself out of bed in the morning. Now depending on which side of the bed you sleep on, of course you're going to go to the other side if you need. But we're going to pretend we're all going to get up and go to the right. So we're going to pick our hips up, swing them left. We roll to the right with the body. Then you use your hand and elbow to push you up. And bring yourself up to a seat and let that leg kind of shift away and then spin around to the front now. So notice the difference in that. I hope that it helps you to get up and down. That is a great way to move, especially if you've ever had any injury or if you would like to prevent having any injuries. So you got that bolster behind you if you'd like. It just helps you sit a little bit taller. It helps take pressure off of your sacrum. And we're just going to get into that easy seat. What's comfortable for you? Letting your hands fall. And just being present for a moment. Now when you're ready, hands to your heart. And know that I am grateful for each and every one of your presences today. I'm grateful that you came out for yourself. You came to practice. And I hope that you will keep this practice living with you. Thank you for your presence, your practice, and your playfulness today. Namaste. And happy almost fall. What will that be? Saturday it will be? It's either Saturday or Sunday then. So happy almost autumn to everybody. Because today's the 20th. So it should be Saturday. So y'all enjoy fall.